Let's go. Let's dive in.
Okay, so listen. All right. So
Full dive. Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. Flowers, shouts out to Flowers for the Culture, Mr. LP, Crown Riri. We are going to figure out how, wait, why am I, okay. I guess I can stop. Okay, I'm going to stop going live now, y'all. We're going to figure out how Halle Berry and Tyler Perry are connected. 6 degrees of separation. This is me and Maul Jones, okay? All right, so.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, boom. Halle Berry did Losing Isaiah. Right?
Right. She found him?
She found Isaiah. She did find Isaiah.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
She did. She found Isaiah. You know, she was strung out on drugs.
Okay.
And, you know, Nia Long was in the movie where she was getting beat up, right? Was she getting beat up? Or she was on drugs?
What movie was that?
Tyler Perry wrote a movie about, remember the movie he wrote where the daddy had 3 daughters and the mama was strung out on drugs?
I don't remember that. Was that Woman Thou Art Loose? Was that what he did with T.D. Jakes?
No.
Has Halle Berry ever done anything with T.D. Jakes?
No.
Damn it. Okay, so that's debunked. Oh. Okay, Halle Berry.
What I would, okay, now that I have jumped on this fully conceptualized thing that Love Reigns is talking about.
No, this is inspired by Al Pete though, and Crown Riri.
I wouldn't divulge any of that to Al Pete because we're taking from something he originally created.
We're paying homage to it.
Okay, so look,
Yeah.
here's my take.
Okay.
Halle Berry was in Boomerang, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we know when Boomerang came out, that kind of was Eddie Murphy's attempt at changing the image that had been projected of black people, like there were more professional black people living well and living in the middle class, upper class.
This is true.
That was the first thing. See, Tyler Perry took that concept and then brought that into the entire tapestry of the film world.
But how does that connect him?
What I'm saying is, you will not talk to Tyler Perry and he'll tell you that movie Boomerang did not inspire him. See, I could bet that. I can bet all them little characters he accentuated and created each one of those
based off of
like characters that were in his movie. Like Eartha Kitt in Boomerang is kind of Big Mama. Like,
Medea.
You see what I'm saying? The Medea whole concept, that's one side of it.
I never would have connected Medea and Eartha Kitt.
But when we're talking about an artist's mind,
this is true.
And how they're going to accentuate what they see as art and make it into a whole nother caricature of a black woman.
Okay.
Not the exact. There's so many different layers and there's so many different why can't I think of this word?
Layers. You could say layers.
You could say layers, but there's another word that's better. Don't you hate when you do that? You're saying a word that's suitable, but you know there's a word that's better.
Okay, so listen. And here's the other thing. Eartha Kitt was the original black Catwoman.
Okay, cool.
Halle Berry was the new age Catwoman.
Oh, man! Listen, stop smoking that. I'm gonna stop smoking that, and we're gonna get into a real conversation on this show about what's
All right,
really
listen,
going
y'all.
on
Okay,
here.
so that was the pre-show. We were trying to figure out. I think we did pretty good connecting.
No.
No.
The Eartha Kitt.
Right. Hey, y'all go to Twitch.
Halle Berry.
Go to
Catwoman
Twitter.
Thing.
The MPN Facebook page.
Mind blowing.
All that good stuff because we about to start this podcast. Peace.
Yo, that shit was mind blowing. Eartha Kitt and Halle Berry. You think about the stage.
Man. That was so. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh shit.
Hey Groovers, neighbors.
Hey Groovers.
My name is MJ. I am the new PA.
Are we still live? We're still live.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Boom boom. We should have like. Can we play? PA? Can we play? Oh, they gonna cut us off if we play. Okay, never mind.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you know they be
They
tripping
trip.
on that music, bro.
All right. Cool.
Oh man.
Well, so we're gonna start right now. Let me turn this.
We are on the Terry Show.
Hey.
Ooh, we need
I
that.
am Love Reigns. We are on the Terry Show. I am Love Reigns and more.
I like that.
Jones.
I love that. That was dope. We're gonna have to put that. We're gonna have to like record that. That was really cool.
That little jingle.
Yeah, I like
Like-
that. That was really cool.
You
All
know-
right, this is episode 64. So here we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Love Reigns, and I'm back for another episode of the Random Thoughts of Rain podcast, the very first live recording. This is episode 64. Crazy. 64. And I am truly honored to be joined by the one, the only Mr. Maul Jones.
Thank you for having me. Love Reigns.
Your mic
Like,
looks way cooler. I'm gonna put that
Listen,
on there, too.
I mean, people have been mad about that for years, man. Just get
Oh, I gotta
used to
turn
it.
it back.
No.
I can't have mine cool like him. Like that. That doesn't look cool at all.
I'm gonna leave mine like this. Okay.
Maybe because I'm shorter than you.
But that's in front of the mic. So that's,
Thank you
Oh,
for
okay.
having me here. Thank you, Mr. Al P, for having me. This congratulations on the network and all the success and everything that you've been doing. Love Reigns, you're a survivor. You're a cultural ambassador. You have just held a community of poets, lyricists, orators, the people who are considered the folk artists together in a community, and they've been able to flourish and become artists. Kids even become grown artists. I've watched them grow up. I've watched people grow up not old enough to come to your jams, and then they grow up and they're going to your jams. I'm just like, yeah, I know. I've been there. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So congratulations,
Thank
MJ
you.
Baker, the songstress, the beautiful black strong sister that sings like a butterfly. What did I say wrong?
No, he's laughing at me in my mic
Okay.
situation.
Look, because I know ain't nothing about what I said wrong.
No,
Listen.
it's not.
I love y'all. Thank y'all for having me. For
Yes,
real.
sir. Yes, sir. So, of course, I know who you are, and I know how amazing you are. But for the very few people who may not know who Maul Jones is, tell them who you are and tell the people why you're dope, sir.
I'm dope because I'm alive and breathing. You know what I'm saying? And every day I wake up, I thank God that I'm here on this earth to just do what I can do with my art. So that thing can take on many different forms. As being a kid that was interested in art at a young age, I picked up a lot of disciplines, whether that be from my family who was artists or my friends who was artists. That was, my thing. So whatever I learned, whether it was rhyming or poetry or making beats or filming, or everything was like I would use all those things to do whatever I wanted to do with art. Not necessarily paint a picture, not necessarily write a song, not necessarily film a documentary, but I can make a dope ass documentary that has a song that was made for the documentary with music behind it that's kind of like a video, but it's a documentary. That's something new I could do that I haven't seen. So just all those disciplines. I use different disciplines. I educate with my art because I've learned what I've learned with the disciplines that I've picked up. I'm able to orientate and teach what I know as far as the concepts I understand in music theory, hip hop, just like anything that deals with the street culture. All of these disciplines can be used with it.
Right.
And that's what I figured out as a kid. Like, okay, I'm in the streets, I'm in the hood, I'm poor, but there was nothing that was out of my reach.
Right.
Except resources. I knew what they were,
Right.
and when I could get them, I took off with them and just started making history, doing things that I could see no one was doing.
Right.
When I guess I'm a good analyst of what's going on around me and what's not going on around me.
So how did you get into? How did that start? Like, how did you get into like hip hop and rap and the beginning of getting to all of those disciplines? Like, how did that start?
Like from the beginning, it was my brother. I was born in the Bronx, New York, birthplace of hip hop. My older brother, Christopher, he was a rapper called what was his name? I don't want to misquote his name, but it was something D or nice something, and he was running with Herc. Was running the streets, and there was a new thing that he was doing, a place he was going.
Right.
And I would, I wanted to see what that was about. After my brother got locked up and we moved out of the hood, that had stained my brain. That period of time stained my brain. So I moved from New York to Jersey to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, to Jacksonville. I moved all these places, and in all these places, I would engage a community of people who did the same thing. Those became my families. So before I got to Jacksonville, I had a community of hip hop heads all over the United States. Everywhere I had moved, these people were there. But when I got to Jacksonville, it was a place that I had stayed the longest. And
so what made you stay in Jacksonville? Like, what was it that said, I want to stay here, and I want to try to, because I can imagine, right? Like I've been here 15 years, and even just in those 15 years, I've seen Jacksonville change and grow. Yeah. So I can only imagine anytime before that was, it was still kind of trying to find its way.
Right.
So like, what made you say, you know what, I want to stay here and I want to like build some roots here?
I moved. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, and then my brother had already moved from New York to Florida first. Mm-hmm. My mother followed him. And when we moved down there to Fort Lauderdale, my mother eventually got her own thing, and we moved around. Just my father wasn't there, so my father had passed away. We moved. My father was the musician in my family. He was the artist in my family. So when my father passed away in New York around that time in the 80s was crazy, and my mother had to get out. We left Florida. My mother had friends in Florida. So my brother was here, her friends were here, and we were able to leave, and I was able to come to Jacksonville in 1992, I believe. I got to Jacksonville. And when I got to Jacksonville, I was already like a hip hop head. I was this cat that, had been all over rhyming, but I never really honed my craft until I got to Jacksonville. Jacksonville is where I became an actual artist. So that's why I stay here, because all the things I did here that early on were milestones for all the people here, including me.
Right.
Like it was like Willie Evans Jr. I met him, and this is before he met his group Asimov, who he's known for that group is a classic Duval cornerstone hip hop group. And before all of that, those were the cats I would get up with. Like Willie would come over to my crib, I'd come over his crib. We'd be making beats. We'd be talking about what if Jacksonville had a place you can go where cats listen to music.
Yeah.
Then we got old enough to have our own jams. We went to jams. Then we got old enough to have our own jams. And we would have our own jams, and then that would just propel the scene. There were people we knew that invested in hip hop culture because they saw cats getting up to do this thing in their city. Before that, like we were downtown, and I remember old mannequins in the windows downtown, like the 50s, 1950s store mannequins in the windows. We'd be out there rapping. Like downtown didn't have really anything going on like back then. Like 92, you remember downtown, 94, 95, it was like, it was no real city life in Jacksonville, but it was all those old businesses that they had shut down, man. Racism
like Woolworth?
riddled.
Was Woolworth still here? Or like the sign, I think?
That Woolworth building.
Slide that mic. We're not using the mics no more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, my bad.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we good.
COVID up your mic.
What? No.
Like for no reason. I don't even need to be talking to me. I'm moving it up. That's the world we live in, yo. I accept it and appreciate it, because you better do it when you come to my house.
Right. No. The mics is crazy, so I had to change it.
Yeah.
But we good.
So speaking of the world that we're living in, right? Like shit's mad fucking crazy, right? I was telling somebody earlier today, like it feels like we're in the Twilight Zone, the Truman Show, and a season of Black Mirror on Netflix all at the same time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This shit feels weird as fuck, right? So I feel like we everybody know what's going on. Everybody know that shit's hard. Shit's like just really, really fucking crazy, right? So I want to say this: rest in peace to Breonna Taylor.
Oh,
shit's fucked.
For sure.
It's fucked up, and it's fucked up. So this is fucked up, man. Like, you know, I have a lot of shit that I want to say, but I'm not going to right now. But
we said shit.
Nope.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure.
No. So, go vote. That's the only thing I can say about it.
Definitely.
So, everything that's happening, right?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about the destruction and the despair and all that stuff. What's something that what's some Maul Jones wisdom you would give to like your colleagues or your partners? You know what I'm saying? Like that might be struggling during this time. You know, because there's a lot of creatives who are really like struggling and finding it hard to just get by.
Right.
So what's some Maul Jones wisdom that you would impart to like your homeboys to say like, dude, we good.
You can't really tell someone that's going through a financial struggle something that's gonna like change any of the feelings or emotions that's going on, because that's a situation. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can end up in it in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? A few weeks. So it's like you have to put yourself in that position and help that person if you can. If you're not in the position, do what you can to help them. I can't pay another man's bills, but I can tell him exactly what I'm doing. Like exactly what I'm doing. Not sugarcoat it for him or water it down to where he can't go out and do the same thing. we all in the struggle. You got to know that. If I'm telling you about something, I'm telling you, I'm not might not be in the same place as you, but I've been there. You know what I'm saying? And you got to just think positive and be positive, man, because negativity and letting things and issues of the world bring you down could put you in a worse place, bro. And I know the people there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, just keep your head up, man, and try to think of something new to do.
Yeah.
Don't think of any of the old things that people have done to get anything. Robbery is an old thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that type of stuff. Trying to get over on the next man. Help that man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just having somebody back is that's like giving them a gold bar. Yeah. In this day and age. So do that to somebody and see where that gets you, instead of just thinking the world is closing in on you because that's what they want us to think, but we really own it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I've been doing since this whole COVID thing kicked off. It shut down the Lyricist Live, and that was a thing. I was headed on a 10-year streak, no violence in Jacksonville. Yeah. Then the Lyricist, COVID happened. The Lyricist Live shut down, and we got 50 murders in like 3 days. Gun murder. Like, the crime rate is like excelling, and it only speaks to the fact that artists are needed. And I'm not saying because there's no Lyricist Live, the crime rate went up, yeah. But with no Lyricist Live, the crime rate went up. And you know what I'm saying? And we've been out there for 10 years advocating for these brothers and sisters, that we can do positive things, and it's celebrated by the city. The city has they can stand out there with us and support what we're doing. Right. And that's what these kids need. All of these kids that's going through all of this, man. It's crazy in Jacksonville. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's the gang crazy in Jacksonville.
I didn't even know Jacksonville had like damn gangs. And I was
man,
like,
if you don't know that, man, you got.
I literally been like under a rock or something. But I mean, I guess I never really like. I've always, I don't proclaim. I'm not from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the hood is the only place that gangs exist, but my mom sheltered me from a lot of that shit. Right. You know what I mean?
Those are the mothers we gotta celebrate.
Yeah, like that's why I said, oh yeah, trust me. Anybody that know me, anybody that you see, I celebrate my mama all the time. Yes. I'm so thankful for that lady. Like for real.
Cause you're in the middle of the desert thinking that you growing up in the Congo. You know what I'm saying? With abundance. But your mama have you thinking you in abundant living life. Yeah. And she's struggling, you know what I'm saying?
All the time. And it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I do want to say this, too, like, it's, with everything that's happening, not being able to perform and not being able to do stuff like the Lyricist Live, like, how have you been, like, coping through that? Like, what has got you, kept you going and trying to find other avenues?
Living by what I'm talking about. Living by what I'm saying. Do something new. I can always, like, the Lyricist Live shut down, that opened up nothing but a sea of opportunity that just overtook me. I really can't get to the Lyricist Live right now. And why is that happening? Because COVID, that's God. You see what I'm saying? Because the things that I'm doing now are they're gonna be more impactful. The Lyricist Live was impactful for what it was and what it was doing for the time period it was doing it. And as soon as it opens back up, that we're gonna do that again. But we're taking the Lyricist Live to another place now. It's transcending. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be a street cipher, but then again, it's a lot of components to freestyle rap that can create a lot of industry. But forget about that, because COVID's happening, and that's not happening right now. What I've been doing is being involved with several different art projects. I everybody's known. I'm known for hosting the Cipher, the Lyricist Live, but I've taken on another role. I like Mr. LP has many roles. I've become my documentary side of it, capturing Duval artists. That's what I've always wanted to do, and that's what I've always been into. And the Color Jacks Blue project, with them putting the mural on the wall on Myrtle, which was literally the spot I used to bring a cleanup crew over to with an organization that just cleaned up the neighborhood. We used to clean that area up because we loved it, but that's historic Durkeeville. But it's getting trashed, and there's really no city attention. So I partner with organizations to clean up that area, and then boom, Shawana calls with the Color Jacks Blue project. It's like, the Lord just laying out a path. We cleaned the area, then they gave us the building. I had the opportunity to document the artist painting that wall. It wasn't me painting the wall. It wasn't me that needed to have the voice. So what I did was take my camera and documented what was happening instead of standing in front of it. And that was another thing I could do that was different. You see, it was different from the role I was doing. And in doing that, I got to embrace my Tyler Perry side, my Spike Lee side, all of these great producers that I respect and grew up watching. When Al P started the network, I see that. I see those people. I can't not believe in people. Right. And it's very hard for me, because everything I'm trying to do, I'm gonna do. Like everything LP says he's gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can have talks about what we're gonna do with plans to do them, and then you get inside of a community where there might be a lot of that talk that buffered progress. You see what I'm saying? And then once you figure that out, you just go. So that's like, K Roadblock. Lyricist Live not happening? Boom, document. Right. So when I'm, we get paid for stipends. I can work off my documentary work. I got another project with a group of artists called Art Workers United, and that was a project with like 6 other artists that I graduated from a professional artist course that was sponsored by the Cultural Council of Greater Jacksonville in 2014. So me and that group of artists decided to do a protest artwork call to artists, and we got like over 200 submissions. We got sponsorships, and we're gonna do a drive-in style movie event that's all protest artwork, and it's beautiful artwork, all original stuff. I've got music pieces in there. I hosted that, and that's gonna be on film. So me hosting that, I didn't have to be there. I record myself hosting it, and boom, that's another thing. If I pigeonhole myself into just hosting, rapping, and the Cipher at the Lyricist Live, what would I be doing right now? I'm busy as hell. You see what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't, if somebody said, yo, do a Cipher tomorrow, I'd be like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo. And I got this, I've ended up partnering with this company that has developed a new social media app, and they wanted me to come in on the end of it and develop some content for them. Nice. And the app is called Relevant, and the concept of it is vibes. So it's not like your Facebook page. It's like a vibe. You can create a vibe. You can create a Facebook page, fan page, or you can create a vibe. And the vibe really is all your people. Everybody that's ever vibed with you. People, you can have a vibe with people that just bought your music, and then you know your base. It turns these concepts into like what we should be doing as artists.
Yeah.
Instead of just pouring all ourself out onto Facebook with no real, you did no real engagement with the people you want to target.
Right.
You got these algorithms that destroy all that. 5,000 friends, you post something and it's got like 3 or 4 likes because only 3 or 4 people seen it.
Yep. Now they stopping the live streams and
they cut Minister Louis Farrakhan off. No, bye. They cut Boosie off. Yeah, Facebook cut. He's banned. So that's a prominent black male leader in my life that has inspired me to become who I am. I've seen this man play the violin, like the classic violin, like the classic violin. Oh yeah, man, he got many musical talents. They won't tell you that, but what I'm saying is that this is what inspires me to be who I am. And they're cutting these people from us, these inspirational people from us. They're either dying in front of us or banned in front of us or sent to prison in front of us.
Right.
And that's why it's been so important for me to keep what I've kept going in Jacksonville. It's just like, hey, it don't matter what y'all think. I can always use the Lyricist Live as, hey, man, y'all say crime and rap and blah, 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 but I've been doing it for 10 years, bro. We ain't had no fights and nothing. They don't even be cursing out there, bro. So I don't know what you know what I'm saying? When I get in these corporate offices and they talk like that, I just shut them right down.
Yeah.
Because they can't. After I say what I say, and then I say, oh yeah, I just came back from doing Shakespeare in England. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh yeah, but whatever. We breaking these stereotypes. That's what these things I'm trying to do does, and it projects people up like LP. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna make a LP be taken serious by these people that might not see that there's more people here than just me. And they don't do Shakespeare, but they do genius ass shit that y'all need to know about.
Right.
And I'm just one of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this Relevant app, I created an interface that connects everyone around the world to the black community through an interface called the Uplift. Okay. So the Uplift inside of this app called Relevant, when you download it, and everything's still being built out, but it's launched now and you can download and get on there and create your vibe and all that now. But the Uplift portion of this app is an interface like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, but it's a marketplace that's all black and anybody can buy from it. But it's all black. Yeah. If you're a white person that don't have any black friends, but you want to support black, you want to eat in a black restaurant all month, you go to the Uplift and go to Eat Up inside of the Uplift, and you don't need black friends. You can support black business right there. You can buy anything black. You can even buy black tent camping supplies from black people who create that. So there's different categories inside of it, and all of them will lead you to the black business in your area. So if I go to Atlanta, this app is going to tell me all the black-owned restaurants within a mile radius if I want it. So if I'm there visiting and I want to go to a black-owned restaurant, I can go there through this app. If I go to Alaska and there's one black-owned restaurant there, you'll find it on the Uplift. And I want to make that concept like a global thing. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. So that's just another thing. It has nothing to do with rap, but it does have something to do with the black community, and to me, that's real rap.
Yeah.
And that's, so just doing different things.
So y'all make sure y'all download that.
Download it.
Download the Relevant app. Make sure you utilize the Uplift and all that good stuff. So how can people get in contact with you more? How can they support your music? All that good stuff.
Okay, my music is another thing. I'm creating. It's already done. I got an album and some EPs sitting. There's a bunch of Duval artists on there. I got High Learning on there, Twan, my man D.A., Morris Shaw, who else? Man, I ain't got LP yet, but I'm trying to work up a budget that is big enough. You know what I'm saying?
He's expensive.
I mean,
the PA is talking too much. Don't listen to the PA.
He got a rider. I want to see that album rider.
It can't come out until that happens. So when that happens, it's gonna come out.
It can't come out until that happens.
Yeah. No.
Man,
it can't come out until that happens. You know what I'm saying? And he looking like crazy because you're like, why isn't that not happening right now? He already.
I am not looking like that, fella. Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That should be happening. I'm looking like that. Damn it! I want to just rap with LP. Basically.
It's expensive.
So that's what I'm doing. I do have a album, and you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Malls Mind, MALSMIND. I do have a documentary page for all my documentary work I'm doing with Color Jacks Blue. I'm currently on the 6th episode of The Wall, where I'm featuring different artists and talking about their story. People who have family that are victims of the injustices of the people that are on the wall. Mm-hmm. And you can follow that on Duval docu-series. It's called Duval docu-series on YouTube. And you can find that page and follow that stuff. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay busy. Like tonight, I might go home, record a song, shelf it, get up early in the morning, go shoot somebody at the wall, Color Jacks Blue. Yeah. We got this project that is coming October 2nd. I told y'all, the drive-in theater. It was supposed to be Friday night, but there's going to be rains, and rain kills 70% visibility with the projector screen we got. So we doing it next week. Everybody can see it, and now I'm saying it on Mr. Peterson's neighborhood network, and that's how it's gonna get outreach. Yeah. See, this is a tool for artist outreach. This is what LP is doing for y'all. You see what I'm saying? Of course, y'all gonna say, "Oh, it's his network." Man, shut up. Just get on it. Just get on it.
You don't support it. All that good
stuff. You can do all that. Follow me, man. I need more likes, man. I want, you know what I'm saying? I need more engagement because I'm trying to do some things that I'm gonna need a community of people, just like I had the full community support at the Lyricist Live. Other things I'm doing, we need y'all. These black men need y'all full support out here, y'all. You see what's going on, what's happening. Support brothers that's ducking the bullets and out here promoting positivity and trying to send you a message that's delivered specifically for you. So just, man, respect that, man. And big shouts out to LP. Dead serious, man, because I don't get to shout him out enough, So I'm gonna do it all on his network. If you don't like it, it don't really matter. I know how to show my brothers love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to me.
Yeah.
Be the same way. Like,
that's what's up. That's
like Al P. Be more like Al P.
Be more like Al P. What would Al do? We need some. Oh,
I be minding my damn business, yo.
Yeah.
We should get some bracelets that say WWAD. What would Al do?
Buy an Adidas sweatsuit.
Definitely.
Or some Adidas shoes.
Or some Adidas shoes.
Oh man! Well, one of the other reasons, Ma, that I do the podcast is to, I'm challenging myself to give people, give more people their flowers while they're here. You know what I mean? Like shit's just been mad crazy, and I feel like we all need at some point we need somebody to give us flowers, right? So I'm giving you your flowers, and I'm saying I see you. I've always seen you. I've always been a fan. I'll always support you. And I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for everything that you not only do for Duval, but thank you for everything that you do for the culture.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you for thanking me. I love you. Give me a hug right
Yes,
on
sir.
live.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? It's my thing. I don't know if people know this, but like everybody in this room, like known each other for like 15 years, like 10 years. Like it ain't really nothing for us to be up in here like feeling comfortable around each other. Like like man, I love y'all, man. Like I don't get to say it enough.
See, there we go.
And that's what we gotta do every day, all of
That's
us, man.
it.
We on nobody promised tomorrow, man. We sitting here talking, and my brother is gone, who last year was here, and is just as impactful and important as us. So we got to thank you so much for my flowers. I'm taking them, I'm smelling them, I'm sniffing them, I'm jumping in them. You know what I'm saying? Because I can.
I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So, thank y'all for tuning in to the Red Thoughts of Rain podcast. We'll be back again next month.
Next month.
For another MPN night, some more dope shit. And stay tuned, man, because you never know who my next guest is going to be. So, peace.
The real Rick Ross.
Right. Somebody tell Rick Ross to call me.
Yo, peace.
For real. I know that now that could be some 6 degrees of separation. How many degrees